Hello everyone and welcome to Bridge is for Everyone. My name's Jad. This is episode 9 of the Learn to Play series. This episode follows directly from episode 8. In this episode you'll learn more about how to respond when your partner opens one no trump and you have a biddable major suit. Let's start with a new deal. This is deal 209. Partner deals. Here is your hand. At first glance, you are unimpressed, but as always, you value the hand. You have 1 high card point and 2 long points for a total of 3 points. You have a singleton diamond, so your hand is unbalanced, and your only biddable suit is hearts. Partner opens with a bid of 1 no trump. East passes. It is your turn to bid, but first you must understand partner's bid. Partner has a balanced hand with 15 to 17 high card points. It's your turn to bid and you apply the rule for responding to 1 no trump. You need 8 or more points for a positive bid. Your 3 points falls well short of that. So should you just pass? Here is the rule. With 0 to 7 points, you may be able to make a rescue bid. But what is a rescue bid? You will make a rescue bid when your hand is so bad that partner will almost certainly fail to make 1 no trump, but you have a long major suit which may provide a safer alternative. Here is the rule. With 0 to 7 points, an unbalanced hand, and a long major, you should rescue partner by forcing partner to bid your major suit. But how do you force partner to bid your suit? Once again, you will use an artificial bid. To do this, you use a Jacobi transfer. You bid the suit immediately below your long suit. With long spades, bid 2 hearts, and with long hearts, bid 2 diamonds. So with 3 points, an unbalanced hand, and 6 hearts, your bid is 2 diamonds. This bid says nothing about diamonds. In fact, you have only 1 diamond. It is simply an instruction to partner. West passes. Partner understands your instruction. It simply says, bid 2 hearts, and this is what partner does. East passes. You have successfully moved partner out of the 1 no trump contract into 2 hearts. This should be much better. Partner's opening bid of 1 no trump guaranteed at least 2 cards in each suit. So with your hearts, the partnership will have at least 8 trumps. You pass, and West passes to end the auction. Playing 1 no trump is considered difficult by all but the most experienced bridge players. So, when your hand is placed on the table as dummy, partner will be quite relieved. You have used a Jacobi transfer to take partner out of a disastrous no trump contract and kept the strong hand hidden at the same time. Keeping the strong hand hidden is the primary reason for using Jacobi transfers. This is especially important when the weak hand is extremely weak, as yours is here. Now let's look at another deal by partner. This is deal 210. Here is your hand. You value the hand. You have 9 high card points and 2 long points, for a total of 11 points. The hand contains a heart singleton and so is unbalanced. And your only biddable suit is spades. Partner opens with a bid of 1 no trump. East passes. It's your turn to bid. You interpret partner's bid. Partner's 1 no trump shows 15 to 17 high card points and a balanced hand. You check the rules. You have the 8 points needed for a positive bid. You keep checking. You do not have a major suit of exactly 4 cards. You have 6 spades and only 1 heart. You cannot bid 2 clubs. So what do you do? Here is the rule. With 8 or more points and a long major, use the Jacobi transfer artificial bid you learned with the previous hand. But this time, after partner bids, do not pass. You follow this rule and bid the suit below your long spade suit. You bid 2 hearts. West passes. Partner follows your instruction and bids 2 spades. East passes. It's your turn to bid. Here is what you know. Partner has at least 15 high card points, which combined with your points gives at least 26 points. You also know that partner has at least 2 cards in every suit, ensuring a fit in spades. This is all that is required to bid 4 spades, so that is your bid. West passes. Partner passes. And East passes to end the auction. The contract is 4 spades by North. You will be dummy, again keeping partner's strong hand hidden. If you've been paying very close attention, you may have noticed something missing with the bidding of this hand and the previous hand. Have a look at this. At this point in the auction, you know that you will be dummy, but I did not tell you to revalue your hand. Why is that? Here is the explanation. Normally, the first person to bid a suit is bidding their own suit, but in the case of Jacobi transfers, that is not how it works. In both deals, you forced partner to bid your suit. If you had bid your own suit, partner would have revalued to add dummy points. Just because you forced partner to bid your suit does not change this. After a Jacobi transfer, you cannot revalue with dummy points, but partner can and must revalue because the suit bid is your suit. Now let's try another deal. This is deal 213. You value the hand. You have 8 high card points and 1 long point for a total of 9 points. With only 1 doubleton, the hand is balanced. And your only biddable suit is hearts. Partner opens 1 no trump. And East passes. You interpret partner's bid. Partner has 15 to 17 high card points and a balanced hand. You apply the rules for responding to 1 no trump. Your 9 points require that you make a positive bid. You do not have a 4 card major and therefore cannot bid a Stayman 2 clubs. But you do have a long suit, so you can make a Jacobi transfer into that suit. You bid 2 diamonds. West passes. It is partner's turn to bid. At this point, Partner doesn't know the strength of your hand. He thinks you may be weak and making a rescue bid, as you did in the first hand of this episode. You will clarify this with your next bid. All partner knows is that a bid of 2 hearts has been demanded and he makes that bid. East passes. It's your turn to bid. If this was a rescue bid, you would pass. But your 9 points calls for a positive bid, so you cannot pass. As you did with the previous hand, you check for a fit. You have 5 hearts and you know that partner has a minimum of 2 hearts for a total of at least 7 hearts. This is not a guaranteed fit, so you cannot bid 4 hearts. Your Jacoby transfer tells partner that you have at least 5 hearts. As you saw in the previous episode, you should only bid this suit for a second time if you have more than you have already bid. That is not the case, so you cannot bid 3 hearts. So you cannot pass and cannot bid hearts. You need to find another bid, but which bid? This is a very important topic which is beyond the scope of this episode, but will be covered in a future episode. This episode has covered more of the basics of bridge and focused on how to use Jacoby transfers to bid your hand when responding to an opening bid of 1 no trump by your partner when you have a long major suit. In future episodes, I'll cover everything else you'll need to be a confident and successful bridge player. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to this channel. Until next time, this is Jad reminding you that bridge is for everyone.